Building a personal library requires careful consideration and a discerning eye for selecting literary works that resonate with one's intellectual curiosity. Beyond being a physical manifestation of one's intellectual journey, personal libraries serve as a sanctuary for intellectual stimulation and contemplation. They offer a haven for deep reading, critical thinking, and the exploration of new ideas.
Research has shown that excessive job hours, such as working long hours or overtime, can lead to negative outcomes, including increased stress levels, fatigue, and decreased job satisfaction. Additionally, long work hours have been associated with adverse health effects, such as an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and mental health issues.
The pursuit of wellness has gained increasing attention in recent years due to its potential benefits for preventing chronic diseases, promoting longevity, and improving quality of life. However, achieving optimal wellness requires a holistic approach that considers the unique needs and circumstances of each individual. Wellness interventions and programs should therefore be tailored to the specific needs of individuals and communities.
Basically, when we are standing still, our bodies are constantly making adjustments to keep us stable. For example, if someone bumps into us while we are standing in line, our legs make a wide range of movements, often without our conscious awareness, to help us stay upright.
Susceptibility to gaining weight may be written into the molecular processes of human cells, according to a new study. The proof of concept research involving 22 pairs of twins found an epigenetic signature in buccal, or cheek, cells that appeared only in the twins who were obese compared to their thinner siblings.
The first peer-reviewed research study has been released, demonstrating the successful transplantation of genetically modified pig kidneys into a brain-dead human. These kidneys, which replaced the recipient's original organs, were of clinical-grade quality. The success of this transplant suggests that xenotransplantation could offer a potential solution to the global shortage of organs for transplantation.
Societies faced numerous challenges, including inequality, discrimination, and social injustice. It is important to recognize these issues and work toward building a more equitable and compassionate society. By raising awareness, supporting marginalized communities, and advocating for social justice, we can contribute to creating a better and more inclusive future for all.
Changing temperatures shift the energy balance of ecosystems, from plants that generate energy from sunlight to the animals that consume plants and other animals, thereby altering the sensory worlds that animals experience. Climate change is likely to challenge all of their senses, including sight, taste, smell, and touch.
A recent study co-authored by a researcher from Tulane University has found evidence suggesting that violence was a prevalent aspect of life within ancient hunter-gatherer communities. The study examined skeletal remains dating back 10,000 years from burial sites in northern Chile, specifically looking for signs of trauma. These findings provide valuable insights into the historical prevalence of violence among early human societies.
Work and personal lives experienced significant disruption during the pandemic, with people working from home facing increased loneliness and a range of mental health challenges. Under normal circumstances, younger generations of workers require additional support from their managers, and this need was heightened during the pandemic, as relative newcomers to the workforce struggled to cope with the pressures of remote work.
Contrary to the commonly held view, the brain does not have the ability to rewire itself to compensate for the loss of sight, an amputation, or a stroke, scientists say. The researchers argue that the notion that the brain can reorganize itself and repurpose specific regions for new functions in response to injury or deficit is fundamentally flawed, despite being frequently cited in scientific textbooks.
The internal clocks of grizzly bears appear to keep ticking through hibernation, according to a genetic study. This persistence underscores the significant role of circadian rhythms in the metabolism of many organisms, including humans. The study confirmed observational evidence that bears' energy production continues to follow a daily pattern, even as they sleep for several months without eating.
Over a century ago, Pavlov proposed that the sight, smell, and taste of food play an important role in regulating digestion. More recent studies from the 1970 and 1980 have also suggested that the taste of food may influence how quickly we eat. However, studying the relevant brain activity during eating has been challenging, as the brain cells controlling this process are located deep within the brainstem.
Cambridge scientists have demonstrated that imposing physical constraints on an artificial intelligence system, similar to the way the human brain develops and operates within physical and biological limits, enables it to develop features resembling the brains of complex organisms, allowing it to effectively solve tasks.
Plants possess an intricate system of roots that extends far beyond what meets the eye. These underground networks play a crucial role in absorbing water and nutrients from the soil, enabling plants to thrive in challenging environments such as deserts. For example, mesquite trees have taproots that can reach over 50 yards deep in search of water.
A person's demographic and social background can significantly influence their attendance at cultural venues and events. Household composition, in particular, plays an important role in shaping cultural preferences. For example, families with young children are more likely to visit theme parks and amusement centers, while single individuals may be more inclined to attend concerts and art galleries.
Conventional theories about black holes, based on Einstein's theory of general relativity, typically describe how static or spinning black holes can exist independently, isolated in space. In these models, pairs of black holes would eventually be drawn together by gravity and collide. However, this scenario assumes a static universe. The question arises, what happens in a universe that is constantly in motion?
Around 1% of the adult population are classified as psychopaths, meaning they lack a conscience, shame, guilt, and the ability to experience love or empathy for others. Dr. Body will explore how such individuals can appear as potentially effective leaders, the ways they rise to positions of power, and their behaviors once they attain leadership roles.
The hardness of materials is determined by the strength of the chemical bonds formed between the electrons of neighboring atoms. For example, the bonds in diamond are exceptionally strong, making it one of the hardest materials known. This bonding is fundamentally governed by the principles of quantum mechanics.
Changing temperatures shift the energy balance of ecosystems, from plants that generate energy from sunlight to the animals that consume plants and other animals, thereby altering the sensory worlds that animals experience. Climate change is likely to challenge all of their senses, including sight, taste, smell, and touch.